It's my anniversary. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Riley Knoxx, and I am back here on a very special day. Today is actually a day that I think the universe caused to happen, but was not something that I ever saw it within my plan. But it just goes to show you that no matter what you dream, God can dream a bigger dream for you. As you saw the title of this video, my couture clothing line, Riley Knoxx Couture, has turned a year old. My baby has turned a year old today. On April 9th, I launched Riley Knoxx Couture. Now, the reason I say that it was not supposed to really happen, or that I never thought that it was going to happen, obviously it was supposed to happen, but I never thought it was going to happen because I never thought I would have the time. But listen, that panoramic that we had, or Pandelirium, was was a blessing in disguise, because out of it was born Riley Knoxx Couture. And honestly, I have to credit, and I have before, but I have to credit my muse and best friend, Monique Samuels, because Monique was on The Real Housewives of Potomac, and she decided to do a music video for her show Drag Queens, and music for her song Drag Queens, and she asked me to create costumes for it. And in the midst of me creating those costumes, she needed a yellow dress for the reunion. Well, we were like, where are you going to find a yellow dress from? And her assistant, Leaf, or operations manager, Leaf, basically said, you should do it. And I was like, oh, no. But because I finally decided to do that dress, this dress right here, launched a fashion empire. Riley Knoxx Couture was birthed out of that dress after the dress went viral. And Monique said to me, she said, this dress is going to do, like, everybody's going to be wanting you to do clothes for them. Everyone's going to be wanting dresses. You better start your company. And just like that, I started the company. And now the reunion aired in November, I think, yeah. But I launched officially April 9th. And within that year, within this past year, which I went by so fast, within this year, I have created over 6 or 7 looks that have been on TV, and still more to come. So let's just go down the line. First, I did Monique's yellow dress. It had 27,000 Swarovski crystals all over the dress, the gown. And because of that dress, I got a call from Toya from Married to Medicine, and I started designing a gown for her reunion that year. And then her co-star, her co-star on the show, Dr. Simone, also wanted a dress. So I ended up making 2 dresses at one reunion. And I thought, oh my God, this is huge. Like, I have 2 dresses on one reunion. This is even bigger than I ever thought it was going to be. But no, as history would show, it went further than that. After I made the dress for Dr. Simone, then Tiffany Moon hit me up, and she needed a dress also. I made a dress for her for the Real Housewives of Dallas reunion. That dress is right here. And I don't think that dress has ever been seen, because she actually didn't end up wearing it to the reunion. But I did make the dress, as you can see right here. It was a beautiful black dress with a crystal detail on it. And I honestly became known for these details. I talked about these dresses in previous videos, and I will link those videos at the end in the cards here. But the dresses were done with such a labor of love, and that sparked something within me to make sure that every dress that I ever created had a signature, which was the detail. And because the first dress that I made had the detail. But you know what's crazy? Let me just back up, because before I made any of these dresses, the video for Drag Queens did come out by Monique. And that video did very well, and every single look in the video, including the robe. I didn't design that, but that was my robe and towel. Pretty much styled the video. I styled the video, but then I also made everything that Monique wore in the video. So anyway, so yeah, made the dress for Toya. It was this beautiful high split ball gown with a bodice, like a corseted bodice that was covered in floral applique. And then I did Dr. Simone's dress, which was a stretch satin with a bell sleeve detail, and also the bust had Swarovski crystals covered in amethyst Swarovski crystals, different shades. And then I did the dress for Tiffany Moon that was black sequin and had the bodice covered in Swarovski crystals, black Swarovski crystals, and also crystal Swarovski crystals. And then I made a dress for a really good fan of mine who was so sweet, Miss Rhonda. Rhonda wore this dress to her birthday party. She had a big birthday party, and I think it was her 50th. I think, and made that dress for her. Some of you guys may have seen it on my Facebook. I don't know if I ever put it on Instagram, but I will if I haven't, because it's going to go in this video, and we'll do a whole little montage of it. But that dress was a really cool, had a cutout detail on the sleeve, and also high slit, made of sequins, it had stones on it. It was a beautiful dress. It was a rose gold color. I made see, I just have this thing with housewives. Like, I'm going to become known as the designer who makes things for housewives. And I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. I'm like the go-to person for housewives. And I made a corset for Karen. She wore it in her confessionals. It was a leather corset that she commissioned for me to make for her. And look forward to the next season of Real Housewives of Potomac. I will be doing some stuff for her. And then I also made a dress for Ashley Darby for the last reunion, which was a pink, very light pink dress with a floral applique detail and Swarovski crystals all over it. I made that dress in 19 hours. And then from that dress, after the reunion, or after they taped the reunion, she needed a dress to wear it on the reel. I made the leather dress that I wore on the reel that did so well. It was on Fashion Bomb Daily. A lot of the things I've done have, shout out to Fashion Bomb Daily. They've done a great job of covering a lot of the things that I've done. So I love them for sharing that, and everyone who shared it on social media. So then she needed a dress for the reel. I made a dress for her in 19 hours again. A leather dress, maybe a little bit less than that. And because of that dress, I got a call from the, or message. I get messages like this business was launched on social media. It was launched on Instagram, and from Instagram and word of mouth, I have gotten, like, mostly from Instagram and social media, I've gotten so much business without needing to advertise anywhere. And that's just the way the world has become now. And I love it. I think it's fantastic. But because I made that leather dress for her in that brown cognac colored leather, I made another dress for the Bel Air reboot, the Fresh Prince of Bel Air reboot called Bel Air on Peacock, and made it for the Hillary character. You guys just heard me talk in the previous video about that dress. I made that dress in 7 hours. I overnighted it to them. They did the fitting, and she wore it on set, and it was fantastic. I also did 2 dresses for my friend Hope. It was her birthday, and her theme was pink. And so I made this beautiful pink satin dress for her with a really high slit. That's kind of my thing. And with a applique detail and like a Swarovski crystal see-through sleeve, sheer sleeve. I did that for her. And then I have a dress coming up on the OWN network for Dakia Lambert. It is a sequin dress that's also covered in Swarovski crystals. It's got a pink detail similar to Ashley's with the high slit, but everything that I've made so far has been custom. So these are all the things that have been pretty much seen on TV and that I've done of significance. I recently just wore a dress to the Real Housewives taping. It was like a springtime kickoff. And so I wore florals for springs. Groundbreaking. That reference to The Devil Wears Prada. But the point in all of this is I never planned on making clothes for other people, or I thought it might be a good idea, but I didn't think I was going to ever have the time because I was touring and performing and just everywhere performing, and the pandemic happened, and I was able to make these beautiful dresses for these people that I make in record time. They're all custom designed, one of a kind. And I know people have been asking, well, where can I get that dress? Or where can I get this dress? Everything's one of a kind. And I think that's the beauty of it, because everything's custom. And I'll custom make for anybody, not just people on TV. But let me just speak to the fact that I don't have a team right now. It's just me. And going forward, how I plan to build my business and how I plan to expand the business after a year is to create a team and to get people, because I can't just do it all alone with the rate that I'm growing. I've got a lot more things coming up. I made every single thing in most of everything, I think, yeah, that Monique wears on the upcoming season of Love and Marriage DC. So she's become my muse. She pushes me. It's been fantastic. And because of her and because of all those things, I've been able to do all these other things. And I do make clothes for just regular people, because people ask me, do you make clothes for regular people? Do you make clothes for plus size? I make clothes of all size. I made a jumpsuit for Delilah B. Lee, who you know is a local drag queen here in DC. And she wore that. I don't have any pictures of it, just a video. So I'll try to like share that video. But I plan on expanding even more into menswear and into more ready to wear things. I've got a bunch of like ideas for things coming up in the fall. And I'll be constantly making things for the housewives. And so you'll see that. But I'm open for business. You guys, if you ever want something made by me, I make things for everybody. Even if you're not located in the DC area, we just have a way of getting your measurements and making things for you. And then that's how we work. I say we, but it is just me. And I am looking to expand. So if you are someone in the DC area and you have any kind of experience in fashion, went to fashion school, or you're in fashion school and you want to apprentice for me, or you want to get some apprenticeship time in school, looking for that, looking for an assistant that can help with all of that as I expand more. But let me just say thank you to all of you, because you guys have been so amazing on social media, shouting me out, been so amazing with your comments about the things that I make and loving the things that I make. And I really do appreciate that. It has been the blessing that I never thought that I needed or ever wanted, but it has become such a passion of mine. I've immersed myself into fashion and become really a student of fashion, and just constantly watching what's hot, what's new, getting inspiration from the most unlikely of places and the most likely of places. So I really do appreciate it. It's been so much fun creating all these beautiful things, and I have to pat myself on the back because they have been beautiful things, but they've been from the heart. And they have been very much a collaborative effort with the people that I've been working with, because, certain people have stipulations. And that's the beauty of making something custom, is that you can get things made that are to your specifications. Whereas if you're buying something off the rack, it's like, oh, I like this part of the dress, but I don't really like this part of it, and I wish it had this on it. I can do all of that. And I have always asked several questions. I have a list of questions that I ask when I am making something for people, because I want to know, like, what's your favorite thing to accentuate? Maybe it's your boobs, maybe it's your legs. What are the things you don't want to show? What are the things you can't show on daytime television? Those kind of things. What makes you feel your best? And that's always what I want to evoke and make people feel their best when they're wearing my clothes. There will be menswear. I keep having people ask me about menswear. I can do menswear. I've done menswear. There will be more menswear things. I make all genders, all sizes, plus size, all of those things. I'm just really grateful. This year has been very interesting. We constantly hear the word pivot, and I have had to pivot during the pandemic and, find other ways to get my artistry out there, because I wasn't able to perform. And now that I'm back to performing, they've both become priorities. And I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy about the fact that I get to do, acting and performing and also design. you know? And I've always said that I wanted Riley Knoxx to be the brand that is, you know, not just the person you go that sits in front of you and not just the show you go to see, but also the clothing that you wear. And who knows, maybe also be the furniture in your house one day, because you guys know I have a love for interior design and I used to be an interior designer. And so the wonderful thing about this is that I've never had to choose just one thing. And I'm so grateful for that. And I thank you guys so much for rocking with me through this last year that's been so amazing, and watching me grow and watching the designs evolve so much. I thank you to all my friends and clients who have been a part of this journey, and all the friends that have pushed me, that believed in me, and that always saw this for me even when I didn't see it for myself. I love you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be so many behind the scenes of garments that I've made that will air soon that I haven't been able to share with you because I can't share them until they air. But subscribe and click like, and stay tuned. There's going to be so much more, and I'm so grateful. And thank you for celebrating this day with me, this year with me, and there's so much more to come. You guys have no idea the ideas I have in my head, and I thank you and I love you so very much. All right, bye.